Hi, welcome to this SQL tutorial covering multiple inner joins. So on screen you can see the results of my introduction to joins video. What we've got in our employees table is we've got our full name of the employee, and then we've got a department and the office that the employee works in. But all we have is the code of the department and the code of the office, and the information for department and office, if I just run this, the information of the department and office are held in different tables. And we do that because if we had all of the information in the employees table, it would mean a duplication of data. So there would be multiple office names, multiple department names, and multiple data that don't really belong directly to an employee. They can belong to an office, and the office can be assigned to an employee, and that way we maintain only one set of data. So if at any point the department name needed to be amended, then we would just go to the department table and change the department name here, and it would change it for all SQL that referenced that table. Whereas if it was in this table here, then it will be another column here. We'd have to go through each record or update the table to make that change. So in SQL we don't like duplication of data. So the SQL on screen then goes to the employees table and then goes to the departments table and links the two tables with these two codes. Now I want to get information on the employees office as well as the departments. So we have an office table. And the office table has an office code. It has an office name. It has an office manager. Then it's got an address, 1 and 2, a city, and then whether it's active or not. So if I run those two together, there's our employees and departments, and there's our office. So again, within a joins, you need to have a column between one table and the table you're joining to that links those two tables. So there is an entry here in office and an entry in employees called office, and there is an office code in the offices table, and those are the two columns you can see that link one to the other. And we just do another inner join offices. Give it an alias. No, I don't want to do an alias that OF and OFF are can be used by SQL, the kind of keywords, so I don't want to use those. You'll have noticed they went slightly blue when I put them in, so I'll change the alias to be that, so there's no confusion. And then I'm going to say, okay, my employee office column links to my office code column. And now that's fine, I should be able to run that. And now I've got a lot more data. My department information is still there, but also now Office A works in the office MN01. Oh, that's Manchester. Okay, and there's the address. And then Office employee C works in office MI01, that is Middlesbrough. And there's the office manager data, there's the address data, and that's coming from the offices table. Now, in the office table, we have a column called city with a code in. We have a table called city. So let's join them in. There's our cities table. So we've got this code here that links to the offices table. So we don't always, although in the first two examples we have linked the tables to the employees table, we can link to any of the tables above. So if I say inner join cities on that will work, and we can run that, and at the far right of our code now we will see the city information based on that linking to that. Now we've got to get these joins in the right order. So if I were to take this one and put it up here, it doesn't like that because it's linking to something called OWFI, but that doesn't yet exist because it isn't created until this line here. So your joins have got to be created in logical order. This reference here has got to previously exist. So this reference here has to exist in one of the tables above. Otherwise it's not going to work. Now the final interesting thing I want to show you here is that in the offices you have this table here called Office Manager. And Office Manager links to the employees table. Now we've already got the employees joined here, but that doesn't matter. We can link to them again. We can add employees a second time, a third time if we need to, as long as we set it up correctly. SQL will be fine with it. So I'm going to do an inner join to my employees table. Now I can't give it the same alias because the aliases have got to be unique. So I'm going to give it an alias of OM for Office Manager, and I'm going to link it to the Office Manager column. It's going to link to my OM, which is my employees table, my ID column in my employees table. And if I run that, what we should see here, so if we look at here, the Office Manager for Manchester is ID number 2, which is employee B. The Office Manager for Middlesbrough is employee E. So what we should see, if we go along here and we get to the employees table again, you will see that wherever this is 2, you see an employee B, which is correct. And here you see an employee E, which is correct. So employee B is the Office Manager of Manchester, and employee E is the Office Manager of Middlesbrough. That's the end of this video. I hope you found it helpful.